Hello guys, today I'll teach you all the basic accounting equation. Nothing to worry guys, because I am going to teach you all in a simple way without complicating. Through this session you all will be able to cope up with the basic core of knowledge, easiest method of accounting equation, exam related transactions, and the summary of this chapter. Okay guys, let's do it. To study accounting equation, you should have a brief knowledge on the basics, which I discussed in my previous session. Now we'll have a look on the important facts that should be carried forward from the previous session. What is an asset? An asset can be simply described as resources that belongs to the business. Similarly, what is liability? Liabilities are resources that belongs to outsiders of the business. It's quite obvious that you all know that equity are resources that belongs to the owner himself. Now if you bring your basic core of knowledge, you all should have understood that assets of a business must be either owned by owner himself or owned by the outsiders of a business. Therefore, the basic accounting equation can be illustrated in this way. Assets, resources that belongs to the business, equals equity, resources that are owned by the owner, plus liability, resources owned by the outsiders. These are the basic knowledge that you all have to carry forward from the previous session. Now we'll learn the main points needed in order to form an accounting equation. First, we'll see what are the reasons that could result in increase or decrease of an asset. An asset can increase due to increase in equity or liability. And on the other hand, an asset can decrease due to decrease in equity or liability. Next, we'll learn the impact on liability. Liability can increase due to short-term or long-term borrowings from outsiders. Similarly, liability will decrease due to settlement of short-term or long-term borrowings from outsiders. Finally, now we learn the impact on equity. Equity can increase due to introduction of capital and increase in income. And equity will decrease due to owner's drawings and expenses. Now finally, we'll have a look on the transactions which will be tested in your exam. Owner introducing capital. In this transaction, equity increases, it's obvious, and due to equity increase, asset will also increase. If owner introduce cash as capital, the asset cash will increase. Suppose if the owner introduce fixed assets, the relevant fixed asset will increase under assets. Next, receipt of income. Equity will increase as per the rule we studied. Therefore, because equity increase, asset will increase by the amount received by cash. Therefore, under asset, cash will increase. Next, owner's drawings. You all know that drawings are of two types. Number 1, cash drawings. Number 2, goods drawings. Irrespective of cash or goods, equity will decrease due to drawings. Due to decrease in equity, asset also will decrease. That is, if it is cash drawings, cash will decrease. If it is goods drawings, stock will decrease under asset. Next, payment of expenses. This is the opposite of receipt of income. Equity will decrease as per the rule we studied. Therefore, because equity decreases, asset will decrease by the amount paid by cash. Therefore, under asset category, cash will be decreased. Next, obtaining of bank loan. You all know that bank loan is a long-term borrowing from outsiders. Therefore, liability will increase. Due to liability increase, asset also will increase by the amount of cash received from outsiders. Next, purchase goods on credit. If we purchase goods on credit, liability will increase because we have to settle it within a short period of time. Therefore, liability will increase by the amount of stock or goods bought by the business. Due to increase of liability, assets also will increase by the amount of goods purchased from the creditors. Next, purchase of fixed asset. You all know that due to purchase of fixed asset, relevant fixed asset will increase. And on the other hand, you all know that we buy fixed asset using cash. Therefore, cash will decrease. Next, cash sales. Due to sales, it's quite obvious that stock will decrease and cash will increase because we sell goods on cash. Next, we'll learn the complicated scenario that will be tested in your exams. Example, sale of goods worth rupees 100 for rupees 120. In this case, this transaction have to go through two steps in order to indicate in an accounting equation. Step 1, we have to calculate the profit. That is income minus expense. 120 minus 100, that is profit is 20. Step 2, impact on accounting equation. You all know that due to profit, equity will increase. Therefore, under equity, rupees 20 increase. And under assets, cash will increase by 120 rupees. And stock worth of 100 will be decreased. These are the transactions that will be tested in your exams. Hope you guys got a comprehensive knowledge on accounting equation. These are the points that you have to grab in order to attempt the accounting equation question. And don't forget to get my question kit which covers all the principles in this unit. To obtain your question kit, you can comment your email in the comment section. Thank you and goodbye.